Hey guys, good afternoon. Again, for some of you weren't in this morning. We did the 6-month update. No updates really, but on Summer Wells. So glad you're here. Welcome to the channel. Let's see who's here. Sarah, new member Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. Hello, Aggie. Hello, Dodging Bullets Matrix. Kevin's in chat. Cindy. Miss Justice, good morning from Canada. Good morning. Let's see. If I miss anybody, I apologize. Hello, Pat. How come it doesn't show you're a member, Pat? You're a member. What the world is YouTube doing? Just me. Hello. Hello, Deb. Hello, Tilly. Me and Tilly have been going back and forth for the last few minutes. Celeste. Celeste said, hey there, good people. Yes. Oh, now it shows you are. How weird. Unless there's another Pat K in here. I don't know. Ah, Poppy. Hi. Hi. Hello, Amber. Holly Beans. Yeah. Hi, Bonnie. Hello, Mama a 6. Hi, Casey. I missed you this morning. I apologize. I don't know if I saw you in there or not. Journey to Justice. Afternoon, everybody from Wisconsin. I heard it's like 55 degrees in Wisconsin. It is 79 degrees here right now and super, super windy. My Wi-Fi has gone in and out all day. By dumb luck, nothing happened in the last show. Knock on coffee table, we shall see. All right. So what's everybody doing today? Hello, Shelly. Hello, Little Minx. Clark, my girl, what's up? I'm just looking at a few comments. Had some really rude comments after the Summer Wells show. I just was like, a couple I deleted because they're not worth my time. But like one, I'm really contemplating defending myself on. But I think I'll just be a Duggar and not do it. Kevin B's backstage. Let's see what he's doing. Kevin, what you doing?
Oh, there you are, like
yes.
Casper. Oh, nothing. I just I wanted to jump sent home from school. There was a fight, but there's two sides to every story, so I'm gonna find out exactly what happened. And so I apologize if I have to come in and out, but I'll make sure I'm muted and apply by the rules, Brooks.
Yeah, the rules here are pretty simple. The only rule here is there are no rules. Don't talk about Fight Club. Never mention Fight Club. Don't go in other Discords, other channels and talk about Discord about Fight Club. That's it. We have our own Fight Club. Yes, Deb's backstage. You want to say hi? Yeah, that's it. We got to find a new name for it. Hey, Deb, what you doing?
Hey, how you doing? Not much. You?
Just trying to figure out this. The Wi-Fi is going in and out. I mean, the wind's got up to like 60 miles an hour, and it's driving me crazy. I mean, even like the antenna, like I've got just like the afternoon news on, the noon update. And it's like you can see it flickering on the TV, and I'm like, whoa, okay.
Uh-oh.
And that's with the antenna, not streaming. It's crazy.
Wow.
But you're having a good day?
I'm having a good day, yeah. Yeah. Did a little bit of work this morning. Watched the live about Summer Wells, which is heartbreaking, and now I'm here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're here. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad you're here too, Kevin.
Okay.
And thank you, everybody in chat. Hello, everybody. I can't comment back on chat when I'm in the show. So just if anybody talks to me, that's why.
Okay. But well, everyone's having a great day. Yep, Fight Club. Never talk about Fight Club.
Nope. Bad.
Prime Time says we've been talking about the many horrible cases we have followed. Yeah, me and Crime Time have for a long time. True story. Crime Time and I got into it one time and she blocked me. Came across her again in the Long Hoax and I said, can someone tell Crime Time, which is not her name, but nobody named her Crime Time, to unblock me. Then we had a big giggle about it. It's like, wow, we really had a fight about that and forgot about it 5 minutes later. Anyway, she's a great friend of the channel, does great moderating for us, is like in every group of ours. So anyway, yesterday, before I get to Anna, had a big upset in Arkansas politics, Northwest Arkansas. Jim Boob was primaried out. Yes. Last I saw, he got 300 and some votes. He was beat out. You know how much that sucks to know that only your family and a few church friends voted for you?
Well,
I bet the wind was sucked out of his sails.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm sure he was shocked, but I mean, I'm not shocked.
I'm not actually anything with them is possible. I still think it was very arrogant, defiant, and even narcissistic for him to even run, knowing that his son was on trial for what he did.
Yeah.
So let's just think about that. You have millions of followers. I get they're not all in Northwest Arkansas, but still, okay? You're huge in your church, and let's face it, just a few of your friends' families could have made you win. Because everyone he knows is a fundamentalist, the people he hangs out with. If all of them had voted for him that are over 18, he'd have been a shoo-in. So who'd you piss off, Jim Boob? That all you get was 300 and some votes? I could have done better than that in Northwest Arkansas.
I guess you just lit his world up.
Let's do it. But imagine running for office when you know your son is going on trial for federal charges and you're like, good time for me to run for office. Why not? Or, I mean, even if you had plans before, back out or don't do it.
Yeah, back out, definitely.
Really? Yeah.
What was he thinking, keeping on going on with this? I guess, yeah, he was trying to keep face.
Fat Baby Toodles said him and his son pissed off the damn nation. Yep. And he will, and I agree with Dancing Deb. He's going to blame this on Jill. He's going to blame this on Anna. We're going to get to all his blame gaming in a second. But when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, he probably barely lost or, came within a few percentages. And I'm like, man, the class president of Tonytown High School got more votes than you, Jim Boob, and was never on TLC.
You know what? This might cause a ripple effect to where the real dude is exposed for what he is. That would be now there. You want a story?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That would be good. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, H.A. Lee said he got a little over 450 votes. All right. So you didn't even hit 500 because when I saw it was like 365. I don't like to, laugh, I guess, when people have misfortune. I don't. No, because I wouldn't want someone to laugh at me on my bad day. Not gonna lie, about pissed myself when I saw that 365, and now I see 450. There's a lot of people in Northwest Arkansas, and guess what? Only 450 of them, which again, I'm saying could just be your friends who have a ton of family members, a few people in church. If every adult in that church had voted for him, he would have had more than that. That's crazy.
Well, crazy. How many did the winner have?
I got to look again. It's not a big area. Okay, don't get me wrong. It's not a big area.
That's what I'm wondering.
But still, if one guy got 2,000 and you got 450, still that's 1,500 people that didn't want your ass, Jim Boob. That must hurt.
It does.
considering what a narcissist you are.
Yeah, it hurts a narcissist right where it counts. And that's what he is.
Absolutely.
I'm sure he's got pride issues. His pride, he does not want his little spirit world broken.
Okay, he's so perfect.
He's super perfect. Have you seen those teeth? Have you seen that hair?
I
He should have been a
know.
weatherman.
JB.
That was funny.
JB Weatherman.
Well, he is JB, Jim Boob.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
on top of that, to hurt his pride, I didn't mention this the other day. This actually came out before, but Joanna and Austin said that they agree with the guilty verdict. They agree with it. So, do you know how mad Jim Boob and Michelle must be? Because to him, that is a sin, a total sin to speak against the house of Duggar. You know, he's the patriarch of the family. He's built this empire. He's the leader of the household. In their house, the leader of the church. So for Joanna and Austin to come out and say, we agree with the guilty verdict. It's a lot of fallout coming out. A lot. And I'm gonna go back through it. There's a lot.
Yeah, last time I checked, he wasn't nailed to a tree.
No, never seen old Jim Boob on a cross. No, but you would think he's kind of nailed to one right now. But I don't quite think in his mind he gets it. I don't quite think he gets it. Deb, what do you think? Do you think he gets it?
No, I don't think he gets it. I don't think he ever will. I don't think he. I mean, a lot of people spoke out. I don't know if you saw all the posts, but Jessa spoke out. Well, Jessa spoke out about Jana. Sorry, but Derek Dillard spoke out about how he'd help Anna in any way he could to get away from there.
Yeah, I'm gonna read that in a minute.
Okay.
Read that in a minute.
Sorry.
It sounds like it's no, you didn't do anything wrong. No, I'm glad you brought it up because that reminds me. Because I would have forgotten. Then I'd have been like, "Hey, Deb, I forgot to read this." But just think about that: to have Joanna and her husband to come out and say, "We agree with the guilty verdict. We agree." But there's Jim Boob and Michelle that don't agree with it. They want everyone on Baby Boy's side saying this is a travesty of justice. We're going to appeal. We're going to appeal this. There's no way he would look at CP. There's no way that he would use his password that he uses for his bank and everything like that. Somebody did this. Don't forget also, Jim Boob blames Anna for the conviction.
How does he blame Anna?
Not a supportive enough wife. She's not supportive. Not supportive, not patient. I mean, never mind the CP images, passwords, and it was his computer. But he also said Jill was dangerous.
She's dangerous because she went against what he says, his rules.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now she's married. Guess what? Derek is her. I mean, I think she's her own boss, in my opinion. Jill, like she's really got it down. She's like, no, I'm not doing this.
No,
but
it's never the man's fault in this world. Never. And let me tell you something. If Jim Boob had told the truth years ago of what Joshy Poo was really like, okay. Whew.
Well, that's a big red flag, right?
Uh-huh.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and you always want to keep your enemies real close to you. I'm sure, this is my opinion, there's more secrets between Jim Bob and Mr. Dude.
Oh, yeah.
I guarantee you.
I guarantee you there's more secrets in that whole family.
Oh, yeah.
But, we don't even want to get into that because that would be like a whole nother kind of worms.
Oh, yeah, man. There's just certain things you can't really dive into.
Nope. Yeah,
But we can talk
yeah.
about it. That's for damn sure.
Absolutely, and we will. Like Fat Baby Toodles said, oh, and Michelle blamed Anna because she needed to be more available. We're actually going to talk about that too. We're actually going to talk about that too. Anna blamed herself for his cheating ways and his wandering eye and him on the computer on Ashley Madison and basically almost killing an adult entertainment woman. And she was so intimidated, she really, in my opinion, didn't do anything with it.
So she blamed herself, but then it comes to this now. Now it's really serious
Yep.
CP shit, right?
And that cycle just continues to get bigger, it seems, each day in this world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
What the hell? Hold on. I gotta turn my phone totally off. I kept it on because I told you guys, on Monday about how I had that charge on my card. So anyway, my new card's coming today. So I was keeping my phone on in case, I got the alert from FedEx to make sure they're coming. That would have to interrupt the show to get the door and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. But everything is Anna's fault. Dangerous Jill. I'm gonna start calling her Dagger Jill. Dagger Jill. Because she is so dangerous. She was raised in the same house. Raised in the exact same house. How are all these people so dangerous? You know who's dangerous, Jim Boob? You. You. You're the dangerous one. You're the dangerous one.
I agree, and I don't think I really don't think. Sorry, somebody just messaged me and it messed me up. I don't think that. I think Jill is perfect the way she is right now. I think she's going her own way, and I think it's perfect. And I think she's still keeping her beliefs in God and everything else, but just not going on with the whole Jim Bob. You can't dye your hair, cut your hair, wear pants, wear skirts, wear shorts. You know,
Mhm.
she's been the how can you say that
Dangerous. Dagger
the
Jill. Dagger
yeah,
Jill.
yeah, for sure.
Hey, people with a lot of pride, they're the ones that fall the farthest and the deepest. Seriously. That man, his world, him not being in office or whatever he does, Mr. Floozy Woozy, um, not getting reelected, what a blow to that man's ego.
This was actually a new election. He's been a representative before, but he decided to roll the dice and run again when he
Well,
knows there is a shitstorm going on behind the scenes. But see, I guess in his Bible, he didn't read that pride is a sin. His pride has gotten in the way.
do
And
you know how many people have died because of pride? Lots.
yep, and
That's that is a bad. If you have a really severe pride issue, I wouldn't want to have to deal with that. You know what I'm saying?
no.
Greed is a pride too, is a sin too.
Yeah, you can't kiss before marriage. You have to be chaperoned on a date, even if you're 33 years old. You got to do goofy side hugs. But by God, we're going to cover up all this other stuff because God says it's okay since Jim Boob says it's okay. And old Joshy Poo, I have a feeling his acclimation into seclusion in prison isn't going well. He's not getting the treatment there that he used to get. So before I got off track, what I was saying is, and that's my fault because my phone was going off. It's no one's fault. All of you guys that are new in here, you'll get used to it. We go all over the place. On one hand, I think if they had told her family the truth, this marriage wouldn't have happened. On the other hand, I think they would just said, "Oh, if he's gone to that Christian camp, everything will be fine." And they were like enamored. The Keller family was enamored with the Duggars because they're on TV. They've got this huge show. Joshy Poo is famous. Joshy Poo is actually giving out autographs. while they're doing goofy side hugs, sitting in the corner of a cafe, splitting a $10 cheeseburger. It was a big courtship, as we all know.
I wonder what those people today think of his autograph.
I saw some were being sold on eBay.
Yeah,
Truth.
of
Truth.
course.
The truth.
Freaking burn it.
Yeah.
Wipe your butt with it. Excuse me.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, when we had the shortage, guys, if you had that autograph, the toilet paper shortage, well, you had toilet paper.
Yep, send it to me. I'll take care of it for you. I promise. I'll even show you.
So as we know, Anna refused to let CPS talk to her kids. Okay, if there's nothing going on at the house, I wouldn't let him talk to the kids either. Okay? But now it's a different story, different ball game. You know why? Because Joshy Poo has been convicted on federal charges for downloading, as we know, the CP. CPS knows how to interview without asking personal or sexual questions. They don't have to do physical exams. They know how to talk to children. This is going to be forced upon Anna.
I believe so too.
This is going to be forced upon you, Anna. So when you said no, you wouldn't comply, probably shut the door in their face. Well, get ready. There's a bigger order in this country than Jim Boob.
That's right. And she's not going to have a choice but to comply, honestly.
She's not going to have any choice. I'm not saying tomorrow. I'm not saying next week. But
No.
think about it. He has been convicted. Even if he gets out in 6 months on some technicality, he's still a registered sex offender.
That's right. And he can't be sent back right to his 7 kids. I mean, I can't see that happening. It's just, we're not at sentencing yet, but I can't imagine that. I mean, just, okay, go back to life as it was.
Yeah, I wonder what it'd be like living with Jesus, Mr. Jim Bob.
Well, he'd say he'd repent, so he'd be okay.
And on top of that, let us please remember that Joshy Poo, his oldest daughter, Jim Boob's youngest daughter, are both 12 years old. What are they going to do if CPS goes to Jim Boob's house, the big house, and says, no, we have to interview all of your children too?
Well, I'm sure they've been sworn to secrecy.
Doesn't matter.
Can you just imagine how much controlling went on in that home? Like dysfunctional type shit. It had to have. Now I see Mr. Jim Boob, whatever his name is. He's kind of lost control of his world. So I'm sure he's like shitting bricks.
Oh yeah, he's shitting Gothard Bibles right now, big ones, because he's got some bad buyer's remorse right now because everything that he thought he was doing right seems he was a bit misguided, misguided. So
And
think about it, Jim Boob. What are you going to do when the government, basically, and nobody wants the government around their house, comes to the house and says, well, I mean, Josh is a convicted, trying to find the right term for it to keep it as, Sesame Street as possible.
CP.
He downloaded all this. He was found guilty by a jury of his peers, not just any peers, people that used to look up to him. My, how hard they fall. So we got to talk to your kids too. You can't stop it. They will find a way. They will find a way. And if the kids, through the interviews, Anna's kids, Jim Boob's kids, tell them anything went on, whether it's the over the clothes story that Jim Boob tried to sell, what are you going to do? Because it's coming down the pike. Something bad is getting ready to happen. It's already happened. It's happened many times, but it's going to happen again. Let me tell you how delusional Anna is. Look at the smirk in her picture when she was coming out of the courthouse.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, I agree. And they have ways, like they don't ask them like direct questions. They have ways of, making them draw or play with toys with a certain way. And they have ways of finding things out without, you can't suggest it because then you're coaching them. Right?
Yeah.
So they have ways, CPS, of getting around that to find out what really went on in that house.
Well, I mean, we've
sure
talked about it. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm sure there's stuff that went on in that house that's yet to be said. You watch. This man, I just have a strong feeling that he taught somebody else this behavior. So.
Yep, I'd love to know where this behavior came from, because when you're that sheltered and that naive, it can't just be the devil. Somebody introduced the devil to him.
Yep.
And especially 4 of his sisters, a babysitter, an adult entertainer, then what goes on Ashley Madison, then downloads all the CP. Yeah, I'd say there's something really, really wrong with your wiring, dude. Really wrong with your wiring. Good night, Al. Thank you for the super sticker. Just want to say that I appreciate your research, deliver with passion, and all your discussions with a little humor and sarcasm sprinkled on for flavor. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. It's hard to keep it light when you're talking about such dark subjects, but we do the best we can. Lena, you're right. This is a learned behavior. This was taught. This was definitely taught. So Anna's delusions go back quite a ways. I'm going to play a clip in a minute, but I'm going to talk about when, the feds busted Joshy Poo. Anna publicly said she thinks if Trump was president, this wouldn't have happened. And this is a possible conspiracy set up by the Biden administration because they have nothing better to do than plant CP on Joshy Poo's computer. Bullshit.
That is complete, and that's ridiculous. Completely ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
some people will go through any length to try to prove their fantasy opinion.
Yeah. Well, Anna, now he's been found guilty, and so your children will be examined. And she is so dumb, she doesn't understand. This investigation started in 2019. That's when Trump was in office. You dumbass. You dumbass. How did you not know that? You don't know who your president was in May of 2019 when your husband was taking family funds, going on the dark web, downloading CP? But you're saying, if he was president, this wouldn't have happened. That's when the investigation started. Idiot. I really wonder, though, if Jim Boob's youngest and Joshy Poo's oldest, and there's nothing, we're not going to give any shade to the kids. They don't deserve this. They didn't deserve to be put into these situations. These fathers, this family, do they have any idea what's going on? Do they understand the stigma that has now clouded their family? Because it takes one bad apple to spoil the bunch, as we saw last night when Jim Boob got primaried out, because more people go to the parade. then voted for Jim Boob. Lena, it was all proven when he admitted to his addiction to point and then redacted his statement. Yeah, of course it's true. Yeah, it's true. My goodness. And I want to know, where's Anna's brother, Daniel? Daniel was in every magazine he could get a hold of. Anybody that would talk to him, he was very, very vocal when Josh was cheating on her. So who is keeping him quiet? He had a lot of stuff to say, Daniel did. So who's getting at these people? Any thoughts?
I think that I don't know that it's. I mean, I'm not saying that Jim Boob is perfect by any means, because he's not. But I'm not saying that it's learned behavior. I mean, it has to start somewhere, right? Somewhere. Sorry, I thought summer. Yeah, she must be on my mind. It had to start somewhere. So maybe it started with Joshy Poo. Who knows? He's the firstborn, right? Well, yeah, he's the firstborn.
Right. But like Alicia Ann, she said, follow the money.
Yeah.
Follow the money.
Yeah,
Jim Boob is broke because he hoarded all that money. TLC paid for everybody that was in the show. Think about it. 19 kids, Michelle, Jim Boob. And then as new people came on the show, Anna, that was a 6-part series about their courtship and their wedding. No one got the money except Jim Boob. And if I were those siblings, I'd be furious. I would be furious. And I would say, you took our money to defend that pedo?
Not to mention the Counting On series. And he got all the money for that too.
Of course he did. Yeah.
Damn it.
What's wrong?
Me?
No, I heard Kevin say, damn it.
Oh.
Maybe he can't connect. I don't know. Hang on, let me find this video real quick. It's Anna talking. It's Anna talking. Okay, so this is one. And then I want to listen to the one where she says he's been redeemed.
Because, I mean, there are times just like, oh my, he did take out the trash. But it's like, but you know what? At least I have a husband, like he's working. Like I could be out working and taking out the trash if I didn't have a husband.
So right there, she's saying, I could be working and taking out the trash if I didn't have a husband. Oh, really? Yeah, you certainly could. You certainly could. Well, you don't have a husband now. You might be married, but that does not mean you have a husband at home. So are you going to work and take out the trash now, Anna? Are those your plans? Or are you going to figure out how Jim Boob and Michelle are going to take care of you? Some people are saying 40, 50 years. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near that long. Anywhere near that long. But she said, but at least I have a husband. Yeah, right. Well, Francine Hughes said that too. And guess what happened there? She couldn't take it anymore. She Bernie's bed. Lauren, who was sued?
You go, Brooks.
Who was sued, Lauren? Mr. E said 15 max. That's what I'm thinking too. Because I told you guys a story about that one guy. And he was sentenced to 15 and he served 4. Mary Speth, girl, I love you. It would appear the trash has been taken out. Trash is out. Trash is out, my friends. The trash is out. It certainly is. So, do you guys think, I want to hear from you. Do you think that the sisters will use their platform to start a foundation for victims of CP and all the nastiness that Joshy Poo has done? What do you guys think? I mean, I'm hoping that they do. I really am, because they're speaking out. They're speaking out a lot. I'm going to read this from actually Derek Dillard, where he's really, really, okay, here we go. Derek Dillard. He's really pissing off the Pope, even though they're not Catholic. You guys get the metaphor. Derek Dillard, it's sad that this isn't an isolated incident. I used to have much respect for Jim Boob. He said Bob, but as my father-in-law. Come on, turn around. And I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt for years. Unfortunately, it only became clear to us over time just how deep this man's manipulation and deceit will go for his own gain at the expense of others. He has lied to my wife and I numerous times. Guys, that's what Jim Boob does. He lied to TLC. He lied to Anna's family. You think this man tells the truth? You think TLC would have given him a show if he'd been like, it was just over the pajamas touching? Nah. He has lied to my wife and I numerous times. Contrary to his campaign, he does not believe in freedom, but his manipulation has resulted in what is akin to human trafficking. That is a very, very deep statement. Gonna say why? Because the human trafficking was in his own damn house. When confronted privately, he is not humble, but he is defensive and verbally abusive. When he says he cannot be bought, the truth is that he has a history of being a sellout to anything he can personally profit from. This is from his son-in-law. Okay?
His first son-in-law. Well, no, what? Yeah, his first son-in-law.
It's from Derek. Okay? When he says he cannot be bought, the truth is he has a history of being a sellout to anything that he can personally profit from. And he will justify it however he wants to continue his personal agenda. Again, if he has lied and continues to lie to his best friends and his own family, will he lie to you? Seems like the voters of Northwest Arkansas figured that out, Derek. Home run. Home run.
I think that was an awesome post by Derek. Because if you go back and if you look on the ratings on all their weddings, there was like millions and millions of views. They got a lot of money for those weddings.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, you know, I wouldn't want to get married on TV. I'm just saying. You know?
I wouldn't either. Hell, whether you want to believe it or not, I mean, they're like right up there with the Kardashians. That's how popular.
Yeah. Exactly.
They were and are.
Mm-hmm. Well, not anymore. No, they canceled the show, but they still are popular. You know, depending on who you're looking at. You know, some of them blame, like Anna. Some blame Anna for letting this happen, although I don't think she let it happen. I just think that, you know, if she knew that she had to have covenant eyes on her husband's computer to watch, make sure he's not watching dirty stuff, then why then didn't you say, okay, there's a problem here? You know, somebody needed to stop it there, not let it go on to where he got.
There's too much codependency going on.
Yeah.
No,
Brooks?
Kevin's
Yeah.
right. She is codependent. She is
You're
codependent.
very,
It's
very
also her
bad.
religion. It's how she was groomed, not raised, groomed for her husband. Groomed. I'm still on the fence if the Kellers, if they had been told what Josh was really about, if they would have been, because they were basically, I mean, her mom and dad were like fangirls. They were like, oh, he's on TV. He comes from a great home, even though she's moving from Florida to Arkansas. Nothing about either state, but she's going to be a long ways away from home. They were okay with that. And it's like I said on Monday. So how bad, if they had told you, it's been said they were told, it's been said they weren't told. If you were told, how bad do you hate your daughter? Because if he would do that to 4 of his sisters and a babysitter, you know he's going to do something to her. Because this Christian little work camp he went to, where he sat on the bed reading his Bible, crying, saying, it was only 5 times. It was only 5 times. It was just over the pajamas. No, it doesn't work that way.
And it was more than that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to get into it. But...
Snow, that interview was way after, before they got married. Was there an interview before they got married saying that she knew about it and she was okay with it? Because I've heard that was kind of video clipped out and she did not really know. You can, when it comes to money, what's up?
I have never watched that show.
Oh,
honestly, I am.
He was cutting up.
Kevin's microphone's all messed up. He'll come back in.
Yeah.
No, I think the Kellers saw the TV show. I think they saw the money, the notoriety, the clout, and that was pretty much it. I just don't believe they were told the whole story. I just don't.
I don't either. I mean, why would they go tell, some parents that they're trying to marry off their son to, and what he's done in the past, which is nasty. Right?
Right. Okay, Snow said there was an interview saying they told her about it before they got married, but the interview happened once the essay became public. Yeah, the essay became public after they were married. That's what I knew of. That's what I knew of. Because I'm not gonna lie, I watched the show too. Told you guys I saw the whole family in Tonytown on the way to Eureka Springs.
Yeah, that's so weird. I've never watched that show ever in my life. Seriously. But I just figured it was some kind of a crazy show. But...
Well, it was, but I mean, it was good.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brooke.
How many years did that show run?
Oh, you're asking
a long time. There were several series.
I mean,
there was a documentary on Discovery and everything.
Wow.
A very, very popular show. Really popular show.
Boy, imagine living that and with those kind of walls in front of you from people really seeing who you are. Man, that family was really messed up. It is. I mean, they all need counseling.
Well, they do. And it's just like, what you see on TV is not real. What you see on the news, okay, yeah, if you see tornado devastation, that's real. I get it, okay? But it's not real. What you see on reality TV is not real. It's scripted. What you see on social media is not real. What's sitting in front of you across the table eating, next to you, on the couch, that's real. These shows are scripted. So everyone's watching the show going, oh, wow, those kids, they're so beautiful. They're so nice. Some people called them the children of the corn. I'm not going to lie. They thought they were freaked out by all the kids. I thought that was kind of rude, but that's what they were saying. And what I noticed on the show is Jana, who we're going to talk about next, because like I said, we're a true crime channel. We're talking about crimes. not going to sit here and drag the Duggars. That girl was the workhorse. Cooking, cleaning, raising her siblings. And Lily, you're right. It's all scripts. It's all scripts. It's all scripts. Anna knows what she married. What about the smirk? Oh, yeah, she knows. Yeah. She walked out like, we're going to get away with this. We're going to get away with this.
Not this time.
We're going to get away with this. And he will see the light of day again. All right. They're not going to put him in a jail cell in Terre Haute, Indiana, or whatever federal pen they pick out, throw him in there and throw away the key. Not going to happen. He will be out. I hope he's there at least 18 years, because that way his youngest child is an adult out of the house. I don't want him around kids.
That man should never be out of prison again in his life.
No.
As far as I'm concerned, that's a life sentence. That's worth, that crime, that kind of crime. You don't want him back out on the streets.
Unfortunately, I don't think that's what's going to happen. I'm thinking 10 to 15, and with good behavior, and Jim Boob's money, maybe he'll be out in 7.
Oh, I know he's not going to get life. I'm just saying that's where I'd have put him.
Oh, I get you, Kevin. I would too. I think most of the people in here would.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you right now, Jim Boob has no political connections, as we saw yesterday. Because, like I said, the person running for class president in Springdale, Arkansas, got more votes than Jim Boob yesterday. So,
wow. I bet his ego is just smashed right now. I bet that man is just so aggravated. Oh.
Renee said minimum is 20, already established no matter what. So you're saying he cannot get out before 20 years. He's going to get sentenced in a few months.
That's
4 months.
And for what he did, that's nothing, really. I mean, as far as sentencing, that's to being too light on an individual.
Okay, Mom of 6 said you have to serve 85% of a federal sentence. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. I hope that's the truth. I mean, I hope that is really how it is, and there's no good behavior, and they let him out, or there's, he can't make a deal because, I mean, it's done. And what
I can't hear anything anymore. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Deb.
Okay, maybe we lost Brooks.
I think we did. Well, now it's the D and K show.
There you go. The K and D.
No, I always put you first, man.
Oh no.
But
you're the rock star.
No. I'm just an old man.
I'm just an old lady.
That's why. Yeah.
That's why we get along.
Yep.
Yep.
That's exactly right. I just love the people in our channel. I do. All the opinions, all the people like in Discord. It's a tight group of people.
It is. It is.
It really is. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. I mean, just
yeah.
see what you think.
Sorry, go ahead, Kev.
Oh no, I was just saying, just see what you think. We just don't do drama, so.
No, we do no drama, and if you're interested, you can send an email to Brooks. You can find that in the About tab on our community page.
But it's great to see so many people that have been on this ride for summer, too. I don't want to change the subject. Just our community is really awesome.
Yeah, we have a great community. We have a great community. Everybody's trying to figure it out, and there's nothing wrong with that. Figure out crimes is what we do. So, we try. We're not policemen, but
Yeah, you just can't. There's just too much. I don't even know the word I was going to use, but Yep. True crime. There's a lot of lying going on in true crime.
Yeah, yeah. It's only true crime because we make it true crime, but there's a lot of lying, like you said.
You ain't know you. Yeah, a bunch of it.
Yeah, but I think it's hilarious that Jim Boob lost. Like, he must be really down in the dumps today.
Oh, can you imagine that? Just think about it. He was all Mister Rooster, you know, his feathers all puffed out in front of him, strutting around. But now they knocked the wind out of that man's sails. He's no longer a, like a really popular public figure.
No,
His world is crumbling.
no, and when he went up to testify on Josh's behalf, he was going on and on and on and on and about how it's unfair and everything else. And then he looks at the judge. Can you believe this? He's in the witness stand. He looks at the judge and says, "Are you going to allow this stupidity or some kind of, I don't remember what word, a judge?" And the judge said, "Mr. Duggar, whether I allow it or not is not for me to answer to you." So there, bang.
Yeah, right there. Brooks I think they're having storm that she got knocked out or something. I'm not sure if it was lightning or she'll be right back, I guess.
Well,
But
we
yeah,
can,
this man has been, like acting the top dog for years, and now he ain't got nothing, in
no, he,
his world. In his world.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And what do you think Anna's going to do?
What's that?
What do you think Anna is going to do now?
What was that, Deb?
What do you think Anna is
I
going
don't
to do
know.
now?
I just learned
Now you
about
can
this
hear me?
case.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I'm
Okay,
just
good.
confused on. Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just
Okay.
confused on who Anna is. I don't know this case inside out. So Anna,
Yeah.
all right. So who is Anna then?
Anna is Josh's wife.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
And
I
she
can't.
has 7 children. They have 7 children.
Wow, and
Yep.
you know, there's just way too many secrets right there. I think.
I just hope he hasn't touched any of his kids. That would be.
Oh man, if he's done that, then he just took Monster to a next level.
Yeah. Yeah, but it wouldn't be the
Yeah.
first time, right, that we hear about that?
Nope, sure wouldn't.
Anyways,
There's some
but
sick people out there.
that's for sure. That's for sure. I mean, divorce isn't off the table for her. She can divorce him. People in her in-laws have divorced. And if her parents are smart, they could say, okay, get out while you can. You know?
Which church do they follow? Do you
Um,
know what
it,
church they follow?
it's a
What
Baptist.
denomination?
It's a Baptist church, but it's a different denomination. Like Brooks is Baptist, but it's a different denomination than that. I can't. IBLP. I can't. I don't remember exactly. You'd have to ask that to Brooke, and no, she's not here. I
Yeah,
wonder if
she
she's
got
gonna.
kicked out somehow. I'm gonna tell you just a second. I'll be right back.
Okay. So everybody in the chat, Derek can be a divorce attorney. Absolutely, Mama Six. I'm just gonna look at the comments. IBLP. Okay. Thank you, just me. I wasn't sure. So,
Sorry to interrupt. Yeah, Brooks lost electricity or something. But I think he came back on though.
okay. Clickbait much, Brianne? What's that about? I'm just reading the comments.
I wish you're lucky, man. I can't see chat on my phone. I would love to be able to follow chat.
You can. You can.
You'll have to. I'll ask you about it in Discord.
Okay. Independent Fundamental Baptist Chastity Anderson just said. So,
Brooks just told me she's trying again. I guess they're having a really bad storm right now.
okay.
So I hope,
Re-
everything is safe.
yeah, Rihanna, is Anna in here? No, I'm not. Maybe, but not that we know of. But if you have a problem, like, maybe mods, you can take care of her.
That's what them mods are there for.
Yeah. She said a few comments, clickbait much and stuff. And anyways, I'm gonna get to the better ones. What is IBLP? So Just Me explained it earlier. Fundamental Baptist.
Hey guys, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't. It knocked out all the electricity. I am so sorry. I am so
Hey.
sorry.
It's from that black cat.
You're right, because there was a black cat by here.
Remember I told you? Yeah, remember I was on the phone with you.
Yeah, it could be. No, I mean, I knew something was going to happen because this wind is so bad. And I was watching on the news, so many people had been losing power. I'm like, it's going to happen to me. Anyway, so I was going to ask you guys, okay, so Jana put a statement out, and she basically said she didn't fall asleep. Okay. And which I don't think she did. And I don't think she endangered any child. I think what it comes down to is with the issues with her brother, she was kind of unfairly targeted because we don't get charges put on us because something could have happened. You know what I mean?
No. Don't you think that whole thing is just silly?
I think it's very silly, and I think she's being, I just think that she's, I think she shouldn't have been charged. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened to the child. It could have happened to anybody. It could have happened to me. It could have happened to any mother. It doesn't make you negligent. And she was a babysitter. And she's probably spread too thin. She's probably doing so much that she's exhausted, or I don't know what happened. She didn't even say she fell asleep. She said one of the kids got out. That's very possible. You turn your back for 1 minute. You're in a Walmart. You turn your back for 1 minute. You look back. Your child's gone. They went walking around to see the toys.
Man, that is the scariest feeling in the world.
Isn't it?
My grandson did that. It freaked me out. Yeah, bad. I don't like that at all.
I agree.
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe she didn't fall asleep. Maybe they just said that to, make it look more bad, like worse for her. But yeah, no. And I mean, she maybe turned her back. She had that many kids that she turned her back to take care of one who fell, maybe, or something. And,
no, the Wi-Fi's back on. I had to use data, so now it's back on so I can use my computer. Sorry, guys.
No problem. So
you cannot control the internet gods.
Can't control the weather either. And I'm telling you, if you talk about Jim Boob too much losing an election, he'll knock out your Wi-Fi and turn the wind up to about 75.
I bet you he called Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you he called Donald Trump.
Well, Donald Trump wouldn't have done it.
No, but I mean, he believes in it.
I'm laughing too. Too. I do apologize, guys.
Don't worry about it. We Kevin and I had a conversation going, reading comments, stuff like that.
Oh hell, I don't even want to know. I'm afraid to ask. I agree with Snow. She was for sure a target. I still want to know. I mean, because you see a child wandering around, you pretty much know what neighborhood you're in. Wouldn't you take the child back there? Because either she was watching the kids at the big house, just my opinion, or she was at Joshy Poo's house while Anna went to visit him over where he was staying. So I don't know. I just think it's really odd.
But how can she be going to court for this?
She's going in January for a misdemeanor. And I don't want her to have a misdemeanor on her record.
No.
I don't, because I don't think she did anything wrong.
But I mean, I think the judge should drop the charges.
Well, I mean, the judge can just dismiss it and say, I'm not even going to hear this. But I mean, the DA could drop the charges and not even, they didn't even have to pick them up. That's why I think, there's something else going on there. And I think it's because somebody there knows something. Someone has gotten away with too many things for too long for them to go after Cinderella. Okay. And I'm not saying that in a negative connotation. I mean, that girl and her younger sisters, I mean, we're basically Cinderella. I got to address a comment. Celia Rosa Sharon said, what the hell would Donald Trump have to do with this? It's a joke because Anna was saying that if Donald Trump was president, nothing like this would have happened to Josh, because she's didn't take 8th grade civics and didn't realize that in 2019 that, Trump was president when the feds were investigating her husband. It's a joke. We're being sarcastic.
We're trying to make it a little late because it's a dark subject.
That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
Yep, exactly.
I guess new people in here don't know us. They say, oh, what are they saying? But yeah, you kind of got to get to know us.
I just feel bad for Jana. I mean, I understand that, because you didn't mean to do something doesn't mean that you can't be held liable. But no one was hurt. She wasn't being negligent. She wasn't asleep because a child, okay, wandered out of the house and was saw walking down the road. Doesn't mean that was because of her. You lose sight of one child. You should have seen me supervising field trips. I'm Jana Duggar. Because kids would get away from me. I'm like, no, get back over here. Where did you go? Oh my gosh, I told you to wait on me.
That's how I am. It freaks me out when they disappear.
Yeah, like if you saw a child walking down the road, you would take a child's hand and take them back to where they live, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would do.
I would do it immediately, and I'd call the police. So
I wouldn't call the police. I would take the kid back to the house. Now, if the parents are drinking and drugging and they've been negligent, then I'd call the police. But exactly. A child wandering out, I mean, it takes a village. It takes a village, especially when your family is a village.
Exactly.
Yep. Kids can get away. You got to keep your eye on them. They can disappear quickly. It only takes not long.
So is Anna going to run Joshy Poo's car lot now? Or somebody else is going to take it over?
Now, she doesn't work. She's not going to work. Who's been running it the whole time? No one. Nothing's going on. But I want to read this comment real quick. Yeah. JB must have leaked it to steer the news away from his golden son. I would not be surprised. He probably wished back in September it came out that Jana, because he's never really held her in high regard, that this happened. About this child endangerment, while she was babysitting. I would not be surprised. Wow. Yeah, you're right, Alicia. Since he lost the primary last night, maybe Jim Boob can go down there and work. He can detail the cars. He can sell them. Hell, he sold himself and his family to TLC. He can sell a car. Hey, I've got a 2007, Honda Accord. I'm going to call it a 2017 because, I buffed out the scratches. So that's what it looks like. Yeah, I could see that. He'd be great. He just needs a different suit.
I think he used to have a car lot, like in the very beginning.
Does he wear polyester?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I never really looked at him that close.
But who would even buy a car down there? At this point, they couldn't give them away. They couldn't give them away at this point.
Well, people still need cars. They might have bought them. I'm just saying.
Right.
Unless you want to be Amish,
Jackie said the bypasser did the right thing by calling the police. The Duggars need to learn they aren't above the law. I totally agree. but I'm just saying that I would have taken the child back and made sure everything was okay. I mean, if you see a child climbing a tree, are you going to assume there's negligence? That's all I'm asking.
There's a line. There's a line where you would say, okay, you know, I've seen this child wander every single day for like a week now. There's something wrong, you know, and then maybe then when you go back, you say, is everything okay? Do you need help? But I don't know. There's a line where you would call the cops and say, you know, I see this kid walking around and.
Oh, Lily. Good point. Lily goes, Jim Bob? No, Jim Bod?
Jim Bod.
Ooh, Jim Bod. Jim Bod thinks he is above the law. That is the problem. He does think he's above the law. He even thought with his son, with federal charges against him, he could win political office.
Well, he thinks he's Jesus, right? He's got that. He had that. He's nothing but holy, right? Jim Bob.
Nothing but.
Nothing but pure, wholesome Christian man there. Peace.
Yeah, he claims to be Christian. I don't think he thinks he's God, like in that manner. I'm not sure. Like,
No, I'm being sarcastic when I say
I know
that.
you are.
But he is holier than thou.
Oh, he is. They all are.
Yeah, we see that all the time, throwing scripture out there for reflection.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Lily said, LOL, my typos today. Your typo was hilarious because now instead of Jim Boob, it's going to be Jim Bob.
Jim Bod.
Bod. The bod of Jim.
We loved it.
Jim. Mm-hmm.
That is actually funny. I'm sure somebody can come up with an avatar.
Yeah. Oh, let's do that.
Oh, yeah.
Ann says, Jim Boob says that he doesn't pay money, but he takes the money and buy what they need. Cars, food, clothes, etc. Well, that's what do you the barter system, dude? What are you giving someone chickens? You have the money. You have the money. You think you're a prophet. You think you can see the future. You knew that you were going to have a lot of children with Michelle. You blamed her when her first pregnancy was a miscarriage.
Oh, tear it up, Brooke.
You nut.
That's awful.
What you didn't see is that you were only going to get, under 500 votes in your own hometown yesterday when you had millions of people watching you every week talking about, oh, look at my kids doing chores. Oh, look, we have everything organized on the chalkboard. When they date, they only give side hugs. Okay. Yep.
You know what? All that bullshit should have been warnings instead of entertainment.
It was actually funny.
Made sense.
Sorry, go ahead, Kevin.
No, I was saying I hope that made sense what I just said.
Yeah, it made sense. But it was actually funny in one episode, because I did watch it as well. Guilty pleasure, what can I say? It was good. And when Derek came home, like from, I think he was in Korea or I'm not sure where he was, but he was away doing a missionary trip. And he came back and Jill was waiting for him. And she like jumped into his arms, and they're not engaged yet or anything, right? So Jim Bob was like, well, that wasn't quite a side hug, was it? Like, he actually made that comment on not live TV, but on TV,
Yeah, I remember that. And I was like, yo, weirdo.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, do you think they actually even notice? They're just happy to see each other. Jeez.
I mean, I was waiting for the episode. I just thought anytime it's going to happen, those girls are going to have chastity belts on. And then all Josh would have to do is just feel over the chastity belt.
Oh, God.
Wow, that's a lot of information there.
Well, I mean, really, it's insane. It's insane the way he treats women and the way he treats men. You don't treat your sons better, and you don't send someone to a Christian camp because they've been violating your children. You don't. You don't do it. And now here we are, and his son is going to federal prison. It's crazy. Hang on one second.
Is everyone still there?
I'm here. I think Brooke needed a minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she said
I didn't know that, or I would have been talking. No, I was busy putting dishes away.
Oh, okay.
I apologize sometimes for my background noise, but my grandson he got sent home from school, so he's here with me.
Did you get the? Oh, you didn't get the other side of the story about the fight. Your grandson?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No, I see. This what happened is my grandson. You know how I don't know kids. You know they pick on each other, but
Yeah.
the thing of it is there's two sides to every story.
And
You
then
know,
there's the truth.
it's not one. It's period.
Yeah.
I lost sound.
There you are.
So, kid stated, sir, that's seriously, that's exactly what happened.
Okay.
So, I guess I've already talked. That's my son's son, and he's going to go to the school and have a talk because you know what happens is once your kid gets put on radar, then no matter little thing they do draws attention. That's my opinion.
Right.
But I'm going to go find out because I don't know. You get to the point where you can read your grandkids whether they're lying or not. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You can tell. Kids are. I mean, not always,
Mm-hmm.
but I could tell my grandson was being really truthful about what happened. So it'll be taken care of like tomorrow at the latest. I'll find out the real.
But
And
you
then
guys are going to take care of it. You're not going to sweep it under the rug.
no, ma'am.
No.
Nope. No way. I'm not letting this go. Not this time. What's going to happen is this kid is going to my grandson's going to end up polishing him, and it's like the school by doing what they're doing is egging it on or something. I don't know, because now the kid that got to stay at school, he thinks he won, it's just a game. But anyway, that's enough ranting about that. We're going to find out the other side of the story.
Yeah, we will find out. We'll talk about that tomorrow after you have the meeting at the school.
Yep.
Guys, I have to apologize for the windstorm and the Wi-Fi getting knocked in and out, the electricity and everything. That is not at all how we like to do things.
No. Kevin and I did our best to keep them entertained, but with you missing, it's real hard.
Ah, shoot. Huh. Shucks.
What is the icebreaker?
Yeah.
That's what I call her. That's your nickname. That's your new nickname, Icebreaker. There we go.
Well, it was a sloppy show, and I can't do anything about the weather, the electricity, or the internet. But still, we had fun. We got to talk with each other. We're going to do more on this next week because I want to discuss when Jim Boob, and I say when, is going to get in trouble for perjury because I think he lied on the stand. I do.
I guarantee you there's secrets and lies. I guarantee you. It
I think
always happens.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, I cut you off, Kevin.
Because,
no, you're fine.
You might have a problem with kissing before getting married or, I mean, all of those things. And hey, that's fine. You do you. But the 7 deadly sins, pride is one of his, obviously. the 10 Commandments, he don't get that because he lies. He does not value women by any means. He married an incubator. Okay? I don't believe for a minute old Michelle was like, well, I'd love to have 20 children. I'd love to do that.
I'd love to mess up all these lives. That's what they should have been saying.
I had 3 kids and almost lost my mind. Like, I'm not even kidding. I just couldn't imagine 19. Or even 7. That's a lot of kids.
Yeah, but you remember, I mean, I don't know if you remember or not. I mean, you know, she lost their first child, and she had done an interview one day, and she said it was because they were using birth control, and you know, he basically came out later and said that he felt that she was being punished for using birth control. It's an old interview. So then they wouldn't use birth control, and then that way God would bless them with as many children as possible. Well, you know, your uterus is not a Michelin tire, okay?
Wow. That was funny.
That was.
Yeah. I just can't imagine. Yeah, like that. But I had 2 kids, and that was enough for me.
Mine were just really
Kid-
close, like one bang, bang, bang. So I'm thinking 19 bang, bang, bang.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord,
Yeah.
7 bang, bang, bang. Oh, my gosh. It's just,
19 bang, bang, bangs.
yeah,
That
but,
is just, my
yeah.
God.
Yeah, but she had the older kids to take care of the younger ones, so she was fine.
Yeah, otherwise you'd have to hire a whole nanny team with that many damn kids. You sure wouldn't want to pack lunches.
But they had the kids raising the kids. That's the thing. They talk all the time about spirituality and
It's
the
a cult.
church and all this stuff. No, you had your kids raising your kids. You had your kids raising your kids.
It is.
And as far as Josh's sentence, I'm just giving my opinion. I don't think he's going to be locked away for life. I know the maximum is 20. I don't see him being there for 20 years, 40 years, 50 years, 55 years. I'm just being realist, okay? I just don't think he's going to sit there that long.
It'd be great if it happened, but I don't think so either.
Well,
Like Mary said, they didn't raise him though. The older ones did that. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's the way it was in the olden days. So, I mean, the concept is not terrible. Like in the olden days, they would have like 10, 11, 12 kids. And the oldest would help with the youngest. It was the way it is, but it wasn't 19 kids. And counting, she lost one after her 19th.
Well, and what's really sad is that, okay, Jim Boob obviously has his issues. Okay, he's a control freak. He does lie. He lied on the stand. He did. You can't tell me he didn't. But everyone else in that family so far, knock on coffee table, has turned out just fine, except Joshy Poo. So I'm not going to be too judgmental or too harsh because we don't want it to reflect on the other siblings that have done fine. Because Joshy Poo does whatever Joshy Poo wants to do, and he's a narcissist like his father, doesn't mean everyone else got that gene. So I want to make that clear.
Yeah, no, and I'm all for kids doing chores, but you know, I don't know. It's just, yeah, we don't want to diss them, but I'm just saying that when you're doing nothing, which I have no proof she wasn't. This is just my opinion. And your oldest kids are watching your younger kids, and you're just pregnant and laying there waiting to give birth. That's just my opinion. So
yeah. So yeah, I mean, all in all, Jim Boob and Michelle have done a great job with 18 kids. But then there's that one, and that one is the fallout. That's why the name of the show is it's Life After Josh. It's Life After Josh.
It should be called Like Father, Like Son. That should be the name of it.
Yeah.
Well, we have no proof that Jim Boob or Bod actually did anything like that. So,
That's true.
you know, we talk facts on this channel. We try to keep it to facts. So, yeah, we don't have proof.
No, I don't have any proof. I don't have any proof, and I do
I
try
don't
to.
either.
I run the channel with facts, but I can speculate and say he learned it somewhere because you got 18 siblings that are fine, and here you are, pervo weirdo. But I will say this: if you're fine parents, you wouldn't have been fine with the quote unquote touching over the pajamas, especially when the girl said there was more to it. And you didn't do anything till the babysitter said something. So,
They took him down like to the police station, I think, right? Just to scare him or something.
yeah. And then he went to that Christian camp, and that officer, that trooper that spoke to him, well, he's got his own problems. Yeah, that's the truth.
Yeah.
They know how to pick them. I mean, they don't have a sixth sense about these things, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So I'm looking at a couple of comments, but I'm going to start winding this down, guys. The wind is really kicking up here. We got storm warnings, and I'm just going to lose my electricity again and further interrupt the day. Not my fault. Jim Boob did a prayer and messed up the show. That's okay. It's not me that, got, 400 some odd votes yesterday. But anyway, we're going to be back tomorrow morning talking about summer wells. We have another show on Friday. We're going to jump back on this because I want to talk about possible perjury for Jim Boob next week. So I hope everybody, I see a lot of new names. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please subscribe. Consider becoming a member. I love to talk to everybody between shows. Send me an email. Say hi. I'll get you a link to the Discord. And let's keep in touch. Until then, we will see you tomorrow, or unless I get blown away. Thank you, Deb, for all your help. Kevin B., love that Christmas tree in your mouth.
Yeah, I just had to do that. I don't know why I did, but I did. But anyway, thanks everybody.
All right,
I'm sorry I kept getting kicked out too, so I hope I didn't disrupt the live.
I disrupted plenty. I mean, listen. I've been trying not to cuss. Trigger warning, when you come to this community, we will slip and we will say, we'll even throw out an F-bomb sometimes. Shouldn't do it, but we get really heated about these cases. We really do. Please check the community tab because I put up, our upcoming shows. Like the page on Facebook. I put the upcoming shows there. We're normally live every day at 9 a.m. And then if we have two shows, it's 9 a.m. Central Time and then 12 p.m. Central Time. Central Time, just like Jim Boob Duggar. I always say Duggar. And we will see you tomorrow morning. Don't forget, sub, share, like, and we will see you tomorrow morning. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye, Deb.
Bye.